Not a fan. So Babylon, he made peace with the Antigonids last session, and he kept this little mountain fort here, Pili, Sarat, whatever, this mountain fort. And in the rules, basically, it states that you should take full states wherever possible. So I used the console to give this to Babylon, and in return, I gave the Antigonids back Tlos. Was that a worthwhile trade? Was that a fair trade? I don't fucking care, honestly. Just don't care. I was looking for a fort, right, to give him back. And I wanted one over this side, because obviously he didn't have the points, or the war score to force the entire province. So it had to be somewhere in here. It had to be a fort. That's the one I chose. Basically, the long and short of it. Oh, there's a war. There is a war. There is a war. There's multiple wars. So Shul is involved in a player war versus... What? Numidia versus Parthia. Excuse me? Oh, I know what he's done. Numidia has raided a Parthian settlement and gotten the relations so low that there is a war broken out. Good job, Numidia, you fucking pleb. I mean, there's nothing that Parthia can really do to him, so I guess it doesn't matter. I guess he's just gonna go and steal some pops. There is no way that they can reach each other. They can still sue for peace, though, thankfully. But still, that's just filth. Like, if you look at his Diplo range, he can reach the Antigonids, and he's at war with Numidia. He can do nothing but send sue for peace. This is why these raiding little armies should be automatically aggressive as soon as they enter your territory. Never mind, oh, our relations are now so low because I've raided you so many times, and that's why we're now at war. It's a bullshit war. But honestly, he could go here and do it again, and a new war would spring up. There is no fort here. This is, I imagine, where his fucking army is going. Let's have a look. From Numidia's perspective, this army is going all the way to Brahmanka. Fair enough. But still, he could march his army to here, and then use, where is it? Pillage? He could just pillage it. Or even raise city. I think that's the one he was doing. Yeah, it was probably raise city. He could just raise city, and like, it's stupid. It's stupid. The mechanic is very, very ill thought out, in my opinion. The rebellion for Boja is still happening. Problem is, Mauria would then be allied with this rebellion that's going to break out, with the rebellion being the war leader. In that situation, Boja can take whatever the fuck he wants, because the AI is of course going to accept it. So I think Mauria may have just, shat in his own cereal. That is probably not the best thing to be doing. Switch to Parthia. There's no support rebels here. It's outside of Diplo range. That Diplo range for Parthia is just shockingly bad. It is piss, basically. That's not great Diplo range. But hey, what you gonna do? You can disable Guy roads. Okay. So Shul is still at war with Kucha. We've got Egypt at war with Lehyan. And those are all the conflicts we currently have going on. And that is it. Let's have a look. How many troops does Boja have in India right now? 230k. From Mauria, it is 121,000. Then Shul is bringing in another 72,000. Alexandria Eshat is not supporting rebels because there's a truce. But if you were to get into the war, that'd be another 68,000, and then Parthia, that is another 136,000. So yeah, if they all manage to ally with one another, that would be a fairly strong contender to fight Boja. There's only 48,000 from Limen. That's pretty much the only way that Mauri is going to live. If all these four, ally up and make deals and help each other. Problem is, Parthia and Maria can't ally with each other. These are the two strongest. These are the ones that really need to be, going into each other's wars until they can ally, which I don't even know if they're going to be able to, because, it's not easy. It really isn't. The Diplo range in India is kind of shite. Doesn't that break truce as they just pieced out? I don't know if it does. When you do the pillaging thing, if you've got a truce, it would be something to ask Etruria, because he did it to Etruria. I don't personally know the answer to that one. Let's have a look at the ledger. I can't see really what's what here, but you can see that the person with the most troops is Etruria, then Babylon, then Numidia, then Boja. So Etruria in first place. Let's see, how many men do you have? 340,000. Has he got any extras anywhere else? Possibly. Can't really see all that easily though. With him being a horde, he could have troops fucking anywhere. It looks like he's assembling a host. Where these guys are going to go, who knows? You can also call an omen. Probably should do that. Heptatic omens, are they any good? Got morale. Tribes and happiness, probably good for him. Monthly civ change might be decent. Look at the fort map mode on Maria. Alright. Fortification. Oh my god, good luck, Boja. That's filth. That's actually filth. Yeah, that's gonna be pretty tough to get through. That's mental. Good luck with that, son. Numidia and Etruria are at war. Macedon as well. How did this happen again? We have Etruria has attacked Magna Graecia. Etruria, man, what are you doing? What is this? Are you trying to die? Because that's how this happens. There is 0% chance that you survive this. What is the plan here? The war is over taking Etruria. So I guess all he does need is Nepet. If he can hold on to Nepet, he can win the war. But he has to hold it for like 1,000 fucking days. And you've got no fucking allies. At the very least, with your, how many slots you got? 3 slots, right? Arvernia can be allied. Celtiberia can be allied. Albion, I think, can send Etruria an alliance offer. Yeah, they can. You call in these 3, and then you can fight like this. But as it stands, this is fucking stupid. I mean, you've taken these 2 forts again. Congratulations. Now, what are you going to do? What's the plan here? What's the play? We have another war, though. We've got Babylon going after Thrace, or is it the other way around? We've got Pesurians attacking Thrace. So the war here is Babylon, Iberia, Pesuria versus Thrace and Macedon. So that is, I guess, what the plan here is to divide attention. Now, who else have we got? We got Iberia involved in this as well. Yes, of course. Who else? Antigonids are involved, of course. Athens involved. We don't yet have the Celtiberians, the Albionese, and the Arvernians involved in a war. Celtiberian needs to attack. Celtiberia, this is your time. If you want to help Etruria here, this is the time you invade Numidia or Magna Graecia. One of the two, make your pick, do the job. Gaul did offer him an alliance. Well, I mean, I don't know. I don't see any alliances here. I don't know what the fucking plan is here. I guess it was planned just from, you know, this happening at the same time. But now I want to see the Gauls, the barbarians, do their duty as well. Because at the moment, they're not doing their duty. They need to do the duty. So if you look from the perspective of Magna Graecia, they've got a fair amount of troops. Let's be fair. That is a fair amount more troops than Etruria can muster. Etruria is already out of manpower. There are 12,000 men in the whole. And like, what are they going to bring? What are they going to bring to this? They just straight up can't. They don't have enough men. Cyrenaica, completely uninvolved in any conflicts. Same with Egypt. Same with Kush. They're just chilling. But yeah, I want to see Celtiberia. I want to see those blue flames there. Boja, we're probably going to be seeing blue flames on you soon too. Yeah, 2 months' time there's going to be more blue flames as Mauria's mistake comes to light. But Celtiberia, that's the one I want to see. We've got a big old battle here that is not going particularly well for Etruria. It was... Oh, and he retreated to Rome. That's a stack wipe. It's got to be. Yep. That was rough. Now there's 50,000 elephants. It's gonna come in and I don't know. It's just nothing left. There really just is nothing left. How did Overenia get the Alps? Macedon was supporting rebels in Etruria, and this all broke away, and Etruria ceded some territory here to the rebels to get him out of war with Macedon. And now he's immediately back at war with Macedon because he attacked Magna Graecia, who's allied with him. Yeah, it's pretty stupid. Boja is now at war with Mauria and his little rebels in the south. So, Mauria, do you have any friends here? No, you don't. I do believe, sir, you have made a mistake. Vespasian has written to me saying, that was it. The pro-gamer move was to lose to the rebels. Now he's dying on his terms. Okay. So, Mauria, what's your play? What's your plan? You're at war again. Are we going to see Parthia jumping on Alexandria Liman, perhaps, to get to war with Boja? Possibly. Still want to see Celtiberia join the war. But yeah, if this was the play, I mean, he's just dying on his own terms. I guess that's what this is. This is the end of Etruria, the end of an era. And it's sad to see. It really is. Sad times. Those 50,000 elephants are already down to 35,000, purely because they're starving to death. Zero. These guys drink food. They absolutely drink food. Yeah. Do you have any elephants that are supplied with food? How much do you eat a month? You use 2250. I guess you use 2250. I don't know if I'm reading that wrong. So Etruria has managed to defeat a small stack of irrelevant troops. He's going to defeat another small stack of irrelevant troops, and then get beaten by a large stack of decent enough mercenaries. But he's given them enough time to say, oh look, this is the tactic that I'm on. And yeah, he's been countered, and the army is going to die. Sad times. Alright, let's have a look at the Pisurian front. He's managed to cross the Danube, get himself a foothold, but it looks like he has been stalled now. Although, if you marched into that, that's a straight-up stack wipe. 10-1 overrun. But you have done fairly well to cross. The war goal is Krobezoia, which is right here. Thrace, I assume, has plenty enough troops to defend. Although he is being attacked from two completely separate fronts. And yeah, that's very difficult to deal with when you're attacked from up here and down there. Not even because you're at war with more people, just or that you have, you know, to defend two separate areas. It's purely the fact that you're looking here, you're microing in this area, and then you have to go over here and micro in this area, and by the time you come back over here, something might have happened. Now, the smart thing that we see Etruria doing is colonizing. Basically, he's taking some of his migration troops and colonizing in these areas that he has occupied. So even if there is a white peace, he's already gained a fort on the other side of the river, which is, I think it's probably pretty smart. I think that's a good play. This is the last play of a dead man. So sad to see that. Although I still do want to see the Gauls get involved. You're doing nothing. Absolutely nothing here. Come on, my dude. Do your duty. Do your duty. Attack Numidia. Attack Mauritania. Attack one of them. Give me blood. I want to see the blood. Still no change on the front over here. Boja is relatively confidently containing the rebellion. Of course, there's these little 1 and 3k stacks just roaming around, which is always gonna suck. But he's also pretty easily got it contained. The danger is he fully occupies this, and then before piecing out, he goes and marches up and sieges a bunch of Mauryan territory, and uses the war score against the AI to take that territory. That's the problem there. Celtiberia's got a lot of AE. Well, you don't need to take any land, you just need to siege. And also, 36 ain't that bad. Not gonna lie, I would be totally fine with taking a bit more, especially considering, look at all the aggressive expansion is barely doing anything. A little bit of unrest here, a little bit here, but everything else is perfectly acceptable. Perfectly fine. Antagonids, how are you managing to hold on to the onslaught from the Babylonians? Well, you've abandoned your country, so I guess that sort of tells you how it's going. He's got a grand total of 18,000 men. Please tell me that's not all you've got. That is all he has got. Yeah, Antigonid Empire, not in the best shape. Thrace, meanwhile, 308,000. That's not bad at all. What we've got now is a situation where Macedon is attacking the fort of Krobizoia, which is owned by the Pesurians. There's a level 15 general in from the Thracians, then in comes the level 14 from the Pesurians, should change the tactic into the Pesurians' favor, but he'd want to do it quickly. Alright. To start off, the Thracian is retreated. He's still losing, but now when the Thracian comes back in, it's going to be in his favor. Level 15 is out. He's going to come back in. This is pretty dodgy. I mean, the numbers are comparatively fairly decent. So when you come in, is this going to change in your favor, or is it going to go back to even? It's going to go back to even. And now you're going to change it again. There's another 30,000 coming in for Macedon. That would put the numbers squarely in the favor of the civilized world. Does Etruria have anything left? There's another 31,000. But that's pretty much it. This is do or die. He needs to hold this toehold, this foothold in Krobizoia, and it looks like he's all out of steam. This merc is dead. You just lost your awesome mercenary. Rough, very, very rough. So, Iberia, you've got a very good fleet. What you should be doing, sir, is blockading this crossing to stop the Thracians from coming over. Because, let's be fair, this is very fucking valuable. You do not under any circumstances want a 927 population capital city fall. Under no circumstances. This needs to be defended. Still no Celtiberians at war. Albion... What the fuck's Albion at war with now? Menapia. Who gives a shit? Let's go back to Etruria. The fort here has fallen. It looks like it is all over. The vassals are doing a valiant job defending their overlord, but I do not see any hope here. I see the one legion, one total legion. That's not enough. That's nowhere near enough. Move back over to Maria. I assume there's been no movement. Oh, there is. There has been movement. The Bojans have attempted to siege the capital. It has failed. They're retreating one. I assume that this is just a single tile retreat that they're going to be checked at. Interesting stuff. I assume that's what's going to happen here. Looking from Boja's perspective. Looking from Boja's perspective. Come on, come on, come on. Also, I need to turn that off again. Zarastro is lagging behind. I think that's a crash from Zarastro, honestly. I assume he's going to jump in here in a moment to tell me. With it being the 4th of June, he crashed on the 28th of the 2nd. No, he didn't. It's just wrong. Yeah, I'm fairly sure he's clicked on something on a monthly tick, and that's what's happened. I don't see him in any of the chats, so I think maybe he's actually run out of internet. And that's how he's crashed there. So yeah, Boja just retreated one tile, and 15,000 elephants. Get fucked. Go away. You're not having anything. Go home. Parthia did not join in any wars yet. Thrace is being pushed out of Iberia. That's what this looks like. I don't know. Babylon having a border stretching from all the way down here to up here. Is that going to be defendable when eventually somebody decides that that's a bit too much? I guess we'll have to wait and see. So, the Macedonians and the Thracians have taken the fort. There's going to have to be a change of tack by the Pisurians, because it doesn't look like they're going to get back over with all of that there. Thing is, they don't see any of that. So, there's... What's the plan? Small crossing over in the north. No other crossings being attempted just yet. 927 on the border is very dangerous. On Friday game there was 2k pops. What, in like somewhere like there? I don't know. Yeah, that's a fairly decently sized city for this period of the game, 612.